They'll be calling you a radical. I want to give you guys an update on the 8/8 nuclear disaster in Russia. Now, it's sealed up like a drum. Now remember, we've got Putin and Trump running and we've had the whole Fukushima freaking wagon circles. I mean, they've got, this isn't 1986. We don't have Igor with a picture. We don't have any media. They've got this sealed up like a drum. So, from what I understand, of course, the 7 high-ranking scientists that were killed, you know, a couple weeks later, before, you know, the high-ranking scientists on the sub. Now, stay with me. This SMR. Get your mind off the Skyfall missile and the so-called cruise missile. That's shiny ballism. Okay, that's what it is. Everybody says, oh, it's just a missile test. No. It's just like at Idaho National Lab. Now, hear me. These SMRs are being developed quickly in a broad context, be used in multiple ways. It's the arms race from hell. INL right here. They're so fucking dangerous. It is not the missile. You're losing it. You get to the root of this, the SMR, this small modular nuclear reactor. This is what happened. Now, stay with me. Why the fuck were all these high-ranking fucking scientists there right at the time? Because, like I said, this is the SMR itself. So what happened? There's no doubt. Well, we know. They've told us that an SMR blew. A small modular reactor blew. They told us that. The tracer element, they know. Putin and his fucking clan has made a statement because we know that the tracer. Now, this is how panty painted the fucking. I mean, Rachel Maddow did a little piece on the 13th, then drops the ball, and she's like, you know, I emailed her and I said, well, fuck, you won't even talk about Fukushima. How the fuck are you going to talk about this? PBS called it a nuclear mishap. Now, I want you to think about this. This is the United States. A nuclear fucking mishap. Now, let's remember, it took me a year and a half to convince anybody this was one fucking meltdown of Fukushima, Japan. No media still to this day in the United States has fucking ever admitted. Now, I'll tell you how it even gets fucking crazier. This gets even fucking nuttier. CNN today is showing footage of the German reactor, the old reactor they knocked down, and says they gently tipped it over like a house of cards. You know, like Peter said, what a fucking metaphor for the nuclear industry, but this ain't no gently. And, oh, it's a house of fucking cards. So, what we do know, a bunch of scientists were killed. We do know that the local meteorology, all you're ever going to get is in the early days. We know that that's probably accurate when they issued a warning saying that gamma rays were 16 times the background rays. We know everybody panicked on iodine, went crazy over there. We know that radiation detecting dishes were going off all the way across Russia, clear to Alaska. We know that. I mean, because that happened in the early days. This is before they circled the wagon. We know that Rostam made a statement at the funeral admitting, yes, this is a small. Why were they admitting that this is a small nuclear reactor? Because they know people like Kevin Blanch are going to dig out the tracer elements. We know that there's only certain elements that they come from a reactor. Oh, it's just a miss. It's not. Look, an SMR, it's not some just little firecracker you stick in a missile. An SMR, if they develop, can fuel fucking, well, their own words, just like here, new scale from hell, new scale from hell. They're the power of 100 nuclear full water boiler reactors. You know how powerful these fucking, and what comes out of it, we don't even fucking know. Because again, this has never happened before. It's like Fukushima. Oh, you're going to run a gamma, you're going to, radiation, the term for radiation is a big, broad fucking term. I cannot overstate this. I've said this a million times, which I named Fuktonium. Radiation just means coming off from a heat source. I mean, that term is big and broad. I'll post the definition. The Geiger counters that we have developed in the United States, they're not going to pick up what Fukushima is. I will use Lake Barrett's own fucking words. You know, maybe PBS or Rachel Maddow or CBS or Fox News or CNN could get fucking Walsh on there again, and he can run to China. Or maybe they can get, maybe Czar T can get Chris Busby to tell us that, the ocean's a big place, it'll dilute. Piece of shit. Or we can get Arnie Gundershield to tell, oh, Kevin, no, you're wrong, it's a hide. Or maybe we can get Lake Barrett. Oh, no, well, Kevin Blanch is right, it is a full down, but we had to tell him something. So, or maybe we can get Helen Caldecott to tell us she's going to evacuate her family from Boston if number 4 tips over after number 4 already fucking blew up. Oh, God. I can't believe this isn't be fucking, there aren't investigative journalists all over this. Well, it's Putin and fucking Trump. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, they've gotten good. Obama started this fucking dog and pony show. Well, Fukushima, they got the wagon circled. So, this is a fucking full-blown out nuclear disaster, and there's no doubt in my mind these reports of the 16 times gamma ray readings, over 16 times over the background levels, or 16 times over the legal limits, which is 4 times 16, so that's 64 times over the, so in the early days. This is Chernobyl all over again. I'm here to tell you. You know, Rostown makes the fucking statement at the funerals. These are the greatest scientists for Mother Russia. Well, they're testing them right there. Now I got. This is important because I'm shooting footage right here yesterday, and you can see that whacked out professor right there, where I'm saying, shut down all nuclear reactors. They're weapons of mass destruction. Whack them out of the science building. Between stand there, I go talk to him. That's my old class. And I said, what do you teach? He says, physics. I said, oh yeah. I says, so you know, there's an SMR that's blown up in Russia. Well, I'll have to look that up. Well, good luck looking it up. You ain't gonna find nothing. I says, you know, INL's teaching it right up there. You know what he told me? He says, you're not going to believe this, but I'm doing a lecture at INL tomorrow. I says, a lecture at INL tomorrow? What the fuck are you lecturing over there about small nuclear? No. I'm lecturing about sailboats, wind on. I says, at INL's is the Idaho National Lab Fund. That's a nuclear lab. I says, why in the hell would you be up there? Oh, for who? Who are you doing this for? Well, make no mistake, you go to NewScale, you go to Oregon State University that's taken over, there's Bugattis and, I mean, Lamborghinis driving around. These fuckers are throwing so much money, 50 million, fuck 100 million, $200 million grants. These nuclear scientists, you know, they want to hear a lecture about fucking a cell. This is your nuclear physics department at Weber State fucking kill you university. By the way, the fucking head of the Nuclear Regulatory Committee and Jose Reyes are fucking lovers. For real. Look her up. Look up the head of the Nuclear Regulatory, where she used to work. Jose Reyes comes from Idaho National Lab. Working for you, the dime. They're funding, I'm the guy that for NewScale, these SMRs. The original funding was a Ponzi scheme called, look it up. This is all fraud, but this fucking, I'm digging. I mean, I've beaten my head against the wall, but mostly. I've got some information coming out of Chernobyl. I've got some, out of the Ukraine and out of the Belarus. That's all I can get. I can't get nothing. They got stuff circled up, and, you know, my army's the best, by the way. I have sources inside Russia. They've sealed up. Since this happened, nothing, nada, zero. Well, Putin's all over that. I mean, he's good. You know, well, who's sitting next to him? Edward Snowden? How about John Chemical Huntsman? Now, I'm working on getting an interview with John Chemical Huntsman. He'll know. He's the ambassador. He's Utah. I know him. Third party, you know. I'm trying through third parties. But I do know him personally. And so, you know, I'm trying. He'll know. But, I mean, fuck. So my guess is, well, not my guess. I know an SMR is melted down. Never happened before. Lake Barrett. On 60 Minutes. It took Lake Barrett, you know, 3,000 days to tell you what Kevin Blanch told you in 1 hour. Well, where's the meltdowns? There's the ocean right there. How long is it going to take? Well, what? Leslie Stahl. Don't know. This has never happened before. So when we use the term radiation, and let's remember, our Geiger counters are set up for your father's radiation. We don't even know what this is coming off Fukushima. We sure the fuck don't know what it is coming off an SMR because it's never happened. So, you know, gamma ray, we do know, there's no doubt in my mind that early reading's in the town, and he issued the warning. You know, of course they're not going to evacuate. I mean, if we had a nuclear disaster right here, they'd tell you nothing to see. Well, they already did that. You know, the admiral on Fukushima, the United States admiral inside the Situation Room wanted all U.S. military personnel and civilians evacuated from Fukushima. Rachel was there. I've confirmed this. My dad has confirmed this. They evacuated. They cleared out. Huh. They said, stop the evacuation. It's going to cause panic. They don't care who they kill. This isn't Chernobyl. You know, this isn't Gorbachev. They're not going to try to save people. They're going to try to kill people. You know, they don't care. They don't care. Just nothing to see, because they know if there's evacuation, then the cat's out of the bag. So it's an SMR has melted down. Now, is at least one SMR? My guess is maybe several of them blew up. But it's bad. You know, we'll get, mark my words, we'll get in the next few days, we're going to get information. It'll come out. It's going to take a couple weeks, and then we're going to start to pick it up. There's been some information coming from Norway that they are picking up something. This came out this morning from Norway. So I'm on it. I'm on it, like I said, and we'll get it the next few days. But there's been a meltdown. This is Chernobyl all over again. And my guess, it's worse than Chernobyl. And so, worse than Fukushima? No, nothing's, I mean, whoa. Multiple meltdowns, kill the Pacific Ocean, radiate all over you, and you just go along. Oh, by the way, they're shutting down 3 Mile. That was almost Chernobyl. Go bail them out. And keep bailing them out all over the country. New scale from hell. So I'll stay on it. You know, I rely on public funding. Thank you to everybody who has supported this historic work. You know, why these rats and trolls go after me. They can keep hiring PR firms to attack me and slander me. Fuck them. Fuck them. Stay tuned.